In this video, I am going to talk about how similar a strategy is, like how much you can compare side by side between Facebook, between a traditional home show versus Facebook ads. Now, when it comes to a funnel, let me break it down on the side here. The first stage is awareness stage, which is just awareing your audience about your services, who you are, what you do, and everything. The next step is interested phase. A sales funnel is basically a journey where a customer, a potential target audience, goes from not knowing who you are to getting sold. So I'm just explaining the steps here. So the next step would be, after they're interested, they're in the consideration stage. They would have to come to a consideration stage, which is booking an appointment, filling out a form, and considering you for your services. The next step is going to be booked appointments, and finally the last is going to be a sale. Now the sale could also could be down here, but in this case we're gonna put it down here so that it turns into a sale. And the reason it's a funnel is every time that your marketing pushes someone in, it gets narrower over time. So for example, if you're at a home show, your entire target audience is going to be people that are attending the event, right? But not everyone would know about you because you haven't made them aware. There's only so much time and so much you can do to make everyone aware about who you are. So let's say about 1,000 people come in and only 100 people walk by at your booth. So that's why it gets narrower the more you keep pushing people down to the funnel. So the next step is not all 100 people would be interested in your services. Only few that will like who you are and what you do, and probably they're interested in your services. Maybe they're looking for what you do. They might be interested at that point. Then you do some behind the scene work, some extra stuff to send them to a point where they would start considering your services. For example, you tell them, hey, this is my services, this is the offer that we have, and these are the problems that we solve, and this is what we've been doing for our clients. This is all of our reviews. You can check our reviews online. This is what we do, and just explain about everything, and then only they would get to a consideration stage. If someone comes into your booth at a home show and there is nothing that you do, just say hi and then give out a flyer and leave, they're not going to get pushed into an interested phase or consideration phase, let alone booked appointments. Only few, like a very very few amount, like I wouldn't say even few, like 99 0.001% might directly say, hey, actually I was looking for your services, I need this help, let's get this done because I want this ASAP. Not everyone is in that stage, like in a quick impulse buy stage. So which is why you have to consider each of these things to make sure you are pushing them down the path of a sales funnel. So if you're just doing the awareness part and you're not trying to provide any information about the company, if you're not trying to provide any testimonials, explain about who you are, answer their questions, they would not likely consider you to for their work. So this is just the general idea of how a funnel works. So let's go ahead and let me explain side by side what it looks like when it comes to home shows versus when it comes to Facebook ads, a strategy looks like. So let's go ahead and look at the first step. What is the first step of the funnel? So this is the awareness. The first is setting up yourself for success, right? So if you go to a booth and you have a booth that looks like this, I just found an example here, and compared to something that looks like, like this, right? They have the product here, you have the services, you have 6 month no interest. This is the offer that they're going after. This is a perfect example of what a booth should look like. A good offer with all the products and services that's showcasing, except this doesn't have a person here. Once you have a person that is in there that is able to explain everything that you do, boom, that's the best marketing that you're doing. If you're just there sitting down on your phone, or just relaxing and like, without maybe like doing minimal to aware people and bring people in, then it's not going to work out at a home show event, right? Same thing goes with Facebook ads. So let's go ahead and list the things down that is important to set up before you begin any of these campaigns. Either it's a home show or it's a Facebook ad. First thing is setting up your booth, right? The next step is banners and flyers showing products / services or your offer. Right? Next thing is a trend sales rep. If you don't have a trend sales rep at the event, it is not going to work out. Someone who needs to be there to explain what's going on, who you are, what the company stands for, and everything. Next thing is, presentable, boom, boom, boom. Flyers are there, banners and flyers. I think this is it. There could be a lot of factors, or showing up, and I wouldn't say showing up. Something where professional trained. Okay, I think trained sales rep would be the perfect example for this. Okay, sorry. Okay, cool. All right, trained sales rep, right? So once you have all of this set up, maybe a TV showing the videos of your work, right? If you understand this entire process, you'll be able to create a strategy for any type of event, any type of marketing, whether it's organic, whether it's socials, or whether it's, Google, with, advertising, anything. Even if it's like a presentation, like a big event, like a talk show event, if you don't have these planned out, like, if you don't break it down like this, it's not going to work out. So now let's compare it with Facebook ads. What do you need to set up first to make sure you are set up for success, for a successful campaign? The first thing is optimize your profile, right? Your business profile, your accounts, everything that you have. If somebody visits your account, your Facebook page, after you've run your ad and they see like it's crappy, doesn't look good, it's not going to work out well. The next thing that you need is a good offer / video ad, right? Now, on your optimize your profile, there's a lot of things that you need to do. It's not just like, writing stuff down. You need to update your photo, cover photo, add a video to showcase who you are, your brand video, somebody from the company who's there talking in front of the camera. Owner is best. If the owner is speaking in front of the camera, that's the best thing to do. For your good offer or a video ad, you don't have to be involved. You can always hire someone else to do it. A good offer or a video ad or an image ad, like, something along the line. Now, you also want videos that is going to answer all of your questions, right? Frequently asked questions, testimonials, other videos. If you have those videos ready, it's gonna help you out, but I think it's gonna go down to other step of the funnel. And okay, and then also you definitely need a good video and ad, which is a good offer. What else do we need? A good ad copy, a campaign strategy for the ads. Okay, so you have to decide on what kind of campaign you're trying to run. Depending on the campaign, you then need to establish foundations, like, you know, oh, okay, so setting up the foundation, which is basically going to be a landing page, right, or form, automations, CRM automations to make sure you're able to follow up. If you don't have these things ready, it's not gonna work out really well. You have to squeeze as much as you can out of your campaign in order to make it successful. If you just do, you know, optimize the profile, if you just run an ad and do nothing else on the back end, nada. It's not gonna help you much. You're gonna lose money over time. So CRM automations and appointment setters, right? So once you have these in place, you have a starting point to, you know, to push people in to the funnel. So how do you start awareing people, right? This is the foundation. You need all of these things. You need the videos that you need, you know, professional photos, on the Facebook sides, good offer, a good video campaign, a video ad, a campaign strategy for the ads. You need to know what kind of ads you're trying to run. You need to know the location where you're trying to run, you know, stuff like that, landing page, forms, CRM automations, appointment setters, and a few other things that, you know, that you might need. But this is basically the general stuff that you would need before you run a campaign. Just like in a home show, you know, you would not just go there, sit down, and start giving out flyers without showing what your company is, who you are. Imagine this person is giving out flyers. You'd start questioning him about his legitimacy, right? You'd start asking yourself, like, why doesn't he have any flyers? Like, every other company has flyers and, you know, nice setup here on the side, and this guy is just giving out flyers. Like, you know, is he trying to scam you? Most likely it'll feel like he's trying to scam you, trying to, you know, solicit you for something that, you know, that could just be fake, and, you know, it wouldn't seem legitimate. So that's the reason that you need to have your foundation set up first before you start doing anything for your marketing, you know, for any kind of marketing campaign. Now, the next thing is, how can we bring your target audience, you know, on Facebook? I forgot to talk about the audience on Facebook. On your home show, it's the people that come into your, you know, event. For a Facebook ads campaign, it's the people who are interested in your services, you know, this advanced targeting stuff. Location, and, you know, mostly homeowners. At a home show, it's home, you know, it's mostly homeowners or similar competitors that's coming over, and, you know, and this is just a photo of homes, that is an example for homeowners. So now, when it comes to home shows, how do we bring people into the awareness phase, right? Just setting up your booth, showing yourself at the event does like maybe 5% of the work, but the major part of the work is done by, you know, either is done by flyers, giving out flyers, handing out flyers. Now, just so you know, you might say like, hey, we just have to wait because the event is so busy and we just wait for people to come in. Yes, that might also work out, which means you're already paying for an event that is super busy, and you're paying good amount to get people into your, you know, into your booth, like to your booth. So as people are walking by, they're just gonna stop by and say hi, you know. And one other way would be just handing out flyers, trying to grab as many people as possible. So this is one way of awareing people about who you are, right? You want to maximize what you're doing at the event. So next thing is, you know, part of what you've already done is also, you know, awareness, but this is an extra step in order to bring more people into your funnel, which is the first step is the awareness stage, right? So if you haven't watched this video before, I'm just gonna scroll back here. Okay, so this is the awareness, interested, consideration stage, and booking and booked appointments. Now let's go ahead and go to the next step. So once you're handing out flyers, what does happen? There's just few things that's going to happen here. One is people will walk past by your booth and not even bother. What is the same thing running a video ad slash photo ad, right? I'm just going to compare side by side. What is this compared to this? If you're handing out flyers, means this is a video ad or a photo ad. Now people will walk past by your booth and not even bother, right? People will scroll past your ad and not even bother, right? Now let's compare this. Okay, I could just have done this. Okay, people will walk past oh, it's, wait, is it past or pass? Walk past. He walk past. Okay, this is confusing. Anyways, let me know if I wrote this down correctly. So the next thing that they could most likely do is take the flyer and walk away with them, right? Now watch the video, which is, watch the video and scroll by. The next thing is take the flyer and stop by. Click the link and visit the landing page slash website slash form, right? So, oops. Okay. So the same thing compared to a Facebook ad is they're going to click on the link and visit the landing page. Now, this is once they visit the landing page, once they take the flyer, they will automatically, let me draw something here. Red. Okay, once they take the flyer, they'll automatically get to interested stage, right? Same thing here. If they click the link, they visited the landing page, that means they're interested in some way or the other. Maybe just to hear out what you have to offer. This doesn't necessarily mean they're interested in your services, just to hear out what you have to say, right? Maybe down the line they would need it, maybe they would never ever need those services. And this always happens all the time. If you've been to home shows, there's always people who's just listening, they're just passing by, getting into every booth that they see, and just trying to educate themselves, right? And there's actual shoppers, and there's few that are just browsing for future. Same thing goes with Facebook ads. There's always some people who likes to, if they see a good ad and they watch a video and then they just pass by, right? They may want to click a link and see oh, let's see what it is, right? I might get a home in the future that, and I might need their services in the future, right? So they would just click the link, go to the page, take the flyer and stop by. So let's compare the actions that's going to happen on each of these, right? So once you take the flyer and there's once the potential customer, a potential client, target audience grabs the flyer, if there is nothing that is pushing them into there's nothing that's telling them to stop by, or if there's no one to tell them to stop by, this wouldn't work out. There needs to be someone at a home show which is going to be a trained sales rep in order for them to push them into talking about their business, right? So on the next step, handing out flyers, they're interested, they stop by, then a sales rep will start talking about the company, product, services, or an offer, and their offer. Okay, so another thing that they would also need to be trained for, is answering questions that most of them ask. They need to be prepared on answering the questions, right? A trained person, whoever it is, that's why we need to have a sales, like a trained salesperson or someone from the company who's been there from day one, to explain about what's going on. So if somebody's there, they talk about the product and services, but they don't have any idea how to answer any of those questions, then you're missing out. You need to have someone who knows how to answer those questions, right? And just like that, we're going to compare this with Facebook ads. What do you need in order for you to push them into an interested page? And then, what actions do you need to take so that you can push them into considering the stage, to push them into consideration stage? The first thing is FAQ videos, right? You need to be making FAQ videos, retargeting ads. Actually, let's do this. We'd be running retargeting ads so that we push. Actually, this is going to be on the landing page. So one thing is going to be videos on the landing page. Retargeting campaigns. So you need to be, since you can run a retargeting campaign, you can run a Facebook retargeting campaign, and it's part of the process to push them into consideration stage. One is videos on the landing page. A proper landing page would help you push from interested to consideration stage. What kind of videos can you add onto that to replace these actions? This is going to be FAQ videos, educational videos talking about what your company is, who you are, explaining about the product and everything in between. So forget about the number here. Okay. So FAQ videos, landing page, retargeting campaigns. This is how it's going to help you push into the consideration stage. Anything that you do here, which is going to be talking about the product and services, you're going to show that on the landing page, on retargeting ads, on the videos that goes under retargeting ads, right? So that's the only way that you can use Facebook ads to take these actions that you normally take at an event, physically. But this is digital, so you have to take some actions based on these actions. So this is going to be the Facebook ads. Now let's go ahead and go to the next step, which is going to be consideration stage. So once someone explains everything about the company, a sales rep, then the next step is trying to fill out a form, right? This is going to be the consideration stage. What happens on this end? This is also going to be filling out a form. This turns into a lead. Dash lead. Same thing here. So this is turning into a solid lead, right? Somebody is interested. Now it's turned into a lead. What do you do once you send them from interested to consideration stage, right? Now you need to understand their problem. You need to understand if they actually need the service. So in order for you to book an appointment at the very spot, right, there's two things that would normally go in this when it comes to, whoops, when it comes to home shows. One is, let's draw this here. Okay, one is this and one is going to be here. Okay, one is going to be they fill out a form and they walk away. So which means somebody has to reach out later after the event, right? Now the next thing that it does happen here is going to be fills out form and request a meeting, right? So if your sales rep is trained to have them book an appointment, then they will book an appointment. If you tell them to, like, hey, they need to fill out the form, that's the most important thing, the only thing that they're gonna do is have them fill out a form and then they will let them go, right? Unless that's the main goal of your entire campaign. If you want to book appointments at the very spot, like the very location, I think that's what your goal should be. You might not be able to make a sale. You could be able to make a sale, like, hey, let's do a consultation. It's just $100 for a consultation, like a walkthrough or maybe an estimation for your roof and stuff like that. You could definitely make a sale here. If you focus your salesperson, if you fully, if you have a whole team to do this, then your goal should be doing this, right? If you don't have a team, if you don't have a team that can go through all of this process, then definitely go with just filling out a form or booking appointments. I think the most easiest would be filling out a form. So the next thing that you would do is have your salesperson push into booking an appointment, right? They would talk about all these sales stuff, all the things that's required for them to make the home owner or the person who's just stopped by your booth, they need to have enough information to give them the trust that the person needs in order to book appointment. So this involves like showing reviews, being knowledgeable, position yourself as an expert. This is just all about building trust at this point, right? All of this step is just building trust so that you can push them into the next stage, which is going to be booked appointments. Something here. Okay, actually, let's not do that yet. Now let's compare this side by side for Facebook ads. Now they fill out a form. What are the things that we could do on the next stage, right? How can we push them into booking an appointment? One is having a good landing page that has testimonial videos, right? Process videos, FAQ videos. Now these two work side by side, but when it comes to Facebook ads, you need to run retargeting ads to those that just visited the website, which means interested audience. Okay, run retargeting ads to those that just visited website, interested audience that has testimonial videos. Okay, with testimonial videos, process videos, FAQ videos, educational videos. Now, based on these actions, you'd show videos on different stages. I don't think I would show FAQ videos and everything right on the interested stage. This is going to be retargeting people who watched the video 50%, right? Or just visited, or just click the link, or just click the link. And just so you know, you can create a segment of audiences, like custom audience based on your campaign. Let's say if there's 1,000 people who was shown the video, and about 20% of them watched the video, 50% of the video, 20% of the 1,000 people, that is 200 people, watched 50% or more of the video, then you can retarget them with new videos or the same video and push them into being interested on that, and push them into clicking the link and visiting the website. Now, in order for you to push the people who are interested into filling out a form, the landing page is the very first thing that's gonna help you. And the next thing is FAQ, educational videos explaining. I think educational videos would be fine. Just these videos are not just any type of videos. This is going to be educating the audience why they might need the service and making them think differently about the services and the product that you're trying to sell. Not every time the person watched the first video, they're going to make sense of what you're offering. So you might want to give them a different perspective on how and why, and when they need the services and when it will be a good time to get your service. And who knows, right? Sometimes you might not be thinking about, oh, this is why I need the service, right? So that's when you would realize, these videos would work for you to push them into consideration stage. We're just going to use retargeting on this one. The next thing is fill out a form. This is just giving them more reasons to book an appointment, right? They've already visited your website. They know who you are. Now the goal is giving them giving them more ads in the future, and they keep seeing the ads, and since they're already aware about the services that you provide, now they're watching more ads, more videos that is going to put you as an expert in your field, and that will build trust over time, right? This is not going to happen overnight, right? There's always going to be people who are going to be interested in right away from day one, right? They're just going to get straight ahead and book an appointment because they're already looking for some services, right? But over time, this is a long process. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a week. As you keep running ads continuously, this is going to happen, right? Now, when it comes to filling out a form, like when it comes to home shows, how can you leverage that? How can we compare retargeting with this? Now, there's going to be a process where it's going to be involved in just the event, but then what comes after? Do you have a system in place in order for you to keep reaching out to those who reach out to you, who's fill out a form? Then you need to have a strategy in place. So when it comes to home shows, like in the physical process, like the actual process, you would give them a call every once in a while, send them emails, send them videos, send them photos of your work and stuff like that. Have them follow you on Facebook, Instagram, social medias, and use those strategies and use those methods to reach out to them again, like retarget them once, even after they've left the show, right? And same as here, even if they've left the website, you want to reach out back to them. And since you have an opportunity with Facebook to retarget the audience and keep pushing them to watch the ad, this is how you should be running the ad, right? Now, let's go ahead and go with the next step. What can you do in order for you to push into book appointments, right? Which is simply explaining, being more knowledgeable, and this leads to booked appointments. In here, I think this is just going to be booked appointments. I don't think there's everything is explained. I'm gonna write this down here now. So once somebody fills out a form, there's few things, and if they haven't booked a call, here are things that you would be doing, which I basically just explained, but I'm just gonna write it down here. It's going to be follow up emails and calls. Now, did you know, like, if you don't follow up all the emails, and give calls ASAP, the entire thing, the whole campaign will fall apart. It's not going to work out. Like, maybe you'll get one or two if you had done like a huge successful event, and everything worked out. You had a lot of people come in, a lot of people fill out a form. Maybe one or two might be interested in your services, even if you give them a follow-up after a week or two, right? But if you give them a follow-up right after, your chances of getting people interested in your service is going to be more. You have more people into your funnel, more people into booking an appointment, compared to booking, like giving them a call after even a day or 2 days or after a week, right? So make sure you have the system in place. Same thing with this. There's two ways you can do this. One is retargeting ads again, right? Retarget people who've already visited the website, who's already filled out a form, with more videos, which is going to be mostly testimonial videos, more work showcase videos. So these videos will just be more reasons for them to book an appointment, even if they fill out a form. Next thing is, this is more crucial, is appointment setters. This is basically following up, right? Following up and booking appointments as soon as they fill out a form. So you need to have someone in place in order to fill out a form. If you don't have this, everything will fall apart. Like, all of these things needs to be there in both of these campaigns, whether if it's a home show or a Facebook ads, in order for you to make it successful. Now, follow-up emails and calls, appointment setters, professional, somebody, whoever is following up needs to be trained. Like, they need to be trained. They need to understand how to speak to them on phone about the services, and trying to book a call and and book an appointment. Now, if you just do this once, it's not gonna work out. Like, you already have someone who's interested in your services, right? Chances are they might work with you a year from now or 2 years from now. You never know. But this would only happen if you keep following up every once in a while, right? Email marketing, social media posts, right? So this is going to be work out really well. This would work out really well if you are doing all of this. Over time, it's gonna build out momentum. You're just gonna keep more people adding into your leads. The more events you do, the more results you're gonna get. If you just do one event, it's not gonna work out. Chances are, somebody who visits a home show, one of the home shows, there's gonna be multiple events that's gonna happen around town. If chances are the same person is gonna see you on another event, right? So that's retargeting in some way. And and the more you keep doing these home shows, the more people would come into the funnel, the more people will keep flowing down the funnel. And over time, all of these efforts are gonna come handy, and it's gonna work out really well, and it's gonna turn out profitable for you. If you just do one event, I can guarantee you it's not gonna turn out successful. You're not gonna get a positive ROI right away. If you have all of this set up, your chances of getting a positive ROI is gonna be good even on the first one. But it's highly likely that you would get a positive ROI from just one event. You need to be doing multiple events multiple times. Keep building your email leads. keep building out your system properly and do better every single time. And that's and optimize yourself, optimize your team, optimize your booth for more conversion, right? Same thing with Facebook ads. If you're just doing it one campaign, if you just run it for a month or maybe for a week, it's not gonna work out well. It's not that way to do Facebook ads. You need to let Facebook optimize your campaigns so that it understands the audience and their actions. And and that way the algorithm will start running under your favor. There's so many advanced stuff on Facebook that you can do. This is just the most fundamental stuff. And it's and once you understand this, then we can go ahead and help you understand. Then I can go ahead and help you understand the actual Facebook ads, like running the Facebook ads, lookalike audiences, running the campaigns, types of campaigns that could work, and what kind of actions that you need to take for certain type of campaigns. And certain type of campaigns, you don't have to do certain things and stuff like that. Those are more in depth. But if you understand this, but if you don't understand this, there's no point running Facebook ads. You need to understand this. You need to have systems in place for your Facebook ads to be successful. So now the next step, right? All of this is done. You're good. You're following up emails. You're trying to book appointments. Now the next step is totally you, like totally your salesperson. After this, there's nothing you can do on Facebook ads, except redoing it, repurposing everything that you're doing. Keep rotating this and keep doing this. Be consistent and everything. Now, the next thing is, if you don't have a sales rep, let's call him a sales guy. Okay. All right. So if you don't have a sales guy who is good at sales, who knows how to promote your services, who's educated, then you'd not be able to convert it into a sale, right? All of this campaign comes down to the sales guy. Just talking about, I'm not into sales. I'm not a sales guy. I'm more of a marketing guy. But you need to have a trained person. You need to train yourself. If it's just you or a sales guy, make a sale. Not just explain about what's happening, not just about giving them an estimate, but also trying to make a sale, like talking more. Like they need to be someone who can talk, someone who is a salesperson, not just someone who can give an estimate over a phone call or over a meeting or over a walkthrough. So you need a sales guy. And if you have this person here who is able to show up at the appointment, booked appointment, and able to talk to the customer, give them the proper information that they need, give them all the resources that they need, then only you'll be able to make a sale. Now, I think this is pretty much an entire explanation comparing side by side how Facebook ads work and how you can compare it side by side with home shows. And if you use the same analogy on any kind of campaign, marketing campaign, you break it down into steps, into awareness stage. What can you do, by asking yourself, what can you do in order for you to push someone from awareness to interested stage, right? These campaigns are could be different for every single type of campaign. Like this is a strategy that could be different for every single different type of campaign, but the main foundation is going to stay the same. What do you need to do in order for you to push someone from awareness stage to interested stage, right? From interested to consideration and booked appointments. Good thing about this is how can you use this when it comes to your Facebook page, right? Your organic marketing. You need to question yourself. What are you doing to aware people, right? What are you doing for them to be interested in your services? What are you doing for them to push from interested to booking an appointment? What are you doing in your sales call? Once they booked an appointment, what are you doing in your sales call in order for you to make a sale? if you break it down step by step of the process, like the entire process, that's when you'll be good at marketing. That's when you'll be able to run a successful campaign. Thank you so much for watching. If you need any help, just feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Book a call with me for a free consultation, and maybe I can help your company, get set up for success. Thank you. Have a good day.